Hi, it's Maureen Hancock.
Oh my gosh!
Yay!
I am thrilled to talk to you, Maureen.
Oh my God, I love your energy. Woohoo!
This is so exciting. I have been a big fan for a long time. Just want to say that.
Really?
Yes. And I know all about you. I know what you do, and I think you are amazing. For people that might not know, spirit medium, holistic healer, and I'm just going to say it, a little bit of a comedian.
Yes, the comedian medium.
And you are coming to join us on October 22nd at the Barn Theater.
I cannot wait. It's been 2 years since I was in Michigan, and everyone keeps asking when I'm coming back, so here I am.
I'm so excited. And now, I heard you're working on a new book. Am I correct with that?
Yes, you are. I hope to have it out by the beginning of the new year.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
And the old book, The Medium Next Door, was a bestseller, and it's very helpful for people, not only grieving, but just it's like having a cup of coffee or a margarita with me.
So what prompted you to write another book? What was it?
Well, everyone keeps asking me, and the first one was so popular and helpful that every single day I get requests, when is the second book coming out? So that will sort of highlight my TV experience with having a TV pilot working with ABC, the Ghost Whisperer producers, and all the behind-the-scenes kind of nonsense that went on, and a talk show I did with Fox. And then it will also talk about I lost my own father, and that experience helping him pass, because I work with the sick and dying, mostly children with cancer. And so talking about that, but throughout the book I also give lessons and tips on how you can open up to your own abilities and the spirit signs all around you.
Now, isn't that really hard for you working with, I know you do a lot with the Cancer Foundation. Is that must be really draining on you?
It really is, but I know that it's my vocation and my mission, and I work for the God Squad, and I get so many requests to help people that are passing that the children come first for me, so I spend a lot of time at Children's Hospital in Boston and down in Rhode Island at Hasbro, and that is the most rewarding work, and let me tell you, it put things in perspective. Just I share that all the time, that these kids are the bravest souls. And, you know, when they say, Maureen, tell me about heaven, what's it going to be like? And helping them with their pain and helping the families who are left behind, because there's no greater loss, but it is very draining.
Now, I want to ask you this, and if you don't want to answer it, don't answer it. But these kids that are passing, do you see that someone's waiting for them so that
Always.
The transition and do they feel it? Do you tell them that someone's waiting, or how?
If the family is open to it, then I definitely do. But a little boy that I helped not too long ago in Pennsylvania, you know, we would Skype every day, and he was 6 years old, little Johnny.
Wow.
And his father, who was a non-believer, said, who is going to be waiting for my son? And I just kept hearing the name Helen. And I said, do you know Helen? And he was like, you know, that was my mother. But
wow.
She's been gone 20 years. She didn't know Johnny. I said, she's going to be there for him. And when he passed, I was on Skype with them. A beam of light, sunlight, came through and made the sign of a cross on his chest. I have pictures. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
I have chills right now.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
that is
and it
amazing.
gave them some comfort, just to know that we're never, ever alone.
Right. Now, how is it, do you feel your dad, is that too personal to ask?
No, not at all. Yes, I definitely do. I mean, it's a little bit hard for me to get my own stuff, but I felt him 2 weeks after he passed. You know, every night I was like, Dad, I'm a medium, where are you? Because we all asked dream visits. And then he showed up. I had the hug out in the yard. It was his birthday, and all 9 of us, I'm one of 9 children, stood in line. So I called everyone to brag the next day, and 6 out of the 9 of us had the same exact dream, right down to the details. Unbelievable. Yeah, so he's my guide, my grandmother, and my nephew, Sean, who I write about in the book. And there's a lot of stories in The Medium Next Door about parents who have lost children, and actually those are the only readings I do right now, private readings, and they're free. I have over 2,000 on a wait list because the word got out.
Yeah, I was going to say, I read recently that you get 400 to 500 requests per day. for readings?
Yeah, I mean, I get about 400 to 500 emails, and then in that, I would say, there's definitely about 100 requests a day for.
Wow.
And I wish there were more of me, but you know what I want to do? I want to teach people to open up to their own abilities, because even though I had a car accident, near death, I died and came back, I had a childhood illness, I was in a coma for a long time, and I know that's what sparked it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we're born with this, and I want to teach people that.
Now, did you just tap into it yourself because you had these experiences, or was it kind of always there?
Accident.
And then
I broke every bone in my face. I fell asleep at the wheel. I felt a rush sort of go through my body, and I heard my grandmother's voice. She passed the week before my accident,
mm-hmm.
and she lived with us, and I could just hear her. And
wow.
the fire rescue team came. They brought the jaws of life. I was standing outside of the car while they tried to get the quote-unquote victim out of the car.
Right.
And, my face was smashed, but when I was transferred to Boston from a local hospital, the second CAT scan showed everything was healed. The first CAT scan, everything was broken. So
Unbelievable.
It was crazy. And then I really started to tap in and hear things, and it caused a lot of anxiety, so I was a stand-up comedian. I started to integrate that in my act and became dubbed the comedian medium. So it's a celebration of life and memories, and it's a beautiful thing. It doesn't have to be scary.
Right. Now you had, am I correct that you had an aunt that also had this gift?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. So my grandmother and my aunts, see, I'm Boston, so it's aunt.
I love it.
It's very Kennedy, aunt.
Yeah.
But my great aunt, Annie, and Rosie, they were famous sort of like mystics in Ireland, and Annie had to move to Scotland because people were lined up outside of her thatched cottage. I'm talking a whole line that would go down the hill,
wow.
waiting for healings and readings and things like that. And my grandmother read tea leaves, so it definitely runs in the family.
Okay.
Yeah, the Irish thing.
Well, so you knew that. So did that help it not be as scary for you?
Yeah,
embracing?
It did. I mean, as a child, when I was in Children's Hospital for 3 years with the lead paint poisoning, and that's when I was in a coma and whatnot, and I ate enough lead to kill 5 male adults, but it did.
Wow.
When I came out of the coma and when I went home at 5 years old, I went in at 18 months old, and I would come home here and there now and then, but I saw spirits walking around the house. Now, kids always see spirits and ghosts, and I bet your listeners can relate to this. But it wasn't until the accident at 25 years old when I finally let it come out of the, closet, I guess.
Right. Now, what advice would you give to people, that are going through a tough time and are thinking, who's watching over me? What would you tell them to focus on?
Well, I tell people that it's really important to clear the clutter in your head, to be a clearer channel to receive, because we get so stressed. We get stuck in our grief. That get outside in nature, walk, get to the water if you can, meditate, yoga, prayer, whatever sort of lifts your spirit, lifts you up. I'm always really upfront about grief counseling is number one. Mm-hmm. I'm number two. And I'm not a replacement, but I can give you tools that you need. And I know that people find coins. I know that they see butterflies and certain birds and maybe hear the name being called. And 1111 on the clock is a huge one. That is infinity, 1111, just like the number 8. So if you can get into a clearer space, you'll just trust and you'll know. And just, my nephew always says, Auntie, I'm not dead, I'm just different. I'm there for you. Yeah. Isn't that great?
I love that. I've read that you've said that. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my mother always has wanted to know that her father's out there and dream of her father. And it just hasn't happened for her. And I was wondering if there's something she can do, like maybe she's too worried about, stressed and worried about it.
Do you notice that with her? Does she worry a lot? Is she always overthinking? So the overthinkers, like myself, and I grew up with severe anxiety disorder, sometimes we get stuck inside of ourselves. So we want something so bad that the energy of our loved one, it's almost like both of our energies are causing two magnets going the wrong way, like me.
Right.
So I would say to her, if she stops trying so hard and really can get into a space of like guided meditation, something, I'll send you one of my CDs, so Grief Relief. And it's guided, I guide you to the beach, to use your senses, to feel things more.
Okay.
So she's sort of stuck in her head. So I got to get her out of her head and lead with her heart.
So if people try and just relax and not be so focused of looking for the sign,
Yes.
the sign will happen, essentially?
Yeah, it'll just come easier because
Very cool.
we also feel like we have control. Like, okay, if you're here, come in my dream. If you're with me, show me right now. And there's no on-demand button to the heavens above.
Right.
You know, it's not like 1-800-DIAL-THE-DEAD. You know, you just kind of have to wait, be patient, and trust. And if you say, I know you're here, even if you can't show me, boom, a sign comes.
That is so cool. Now, are you going to talk about this on the 22nd at the Barn Theater?
Yeah, see, so what to expect at a Postcards from Heaven event, I start with a quick, maybe 5-minute intro on who I am, how this came to be, and I really integrate teaching throughout the night, but I give a lot of messages from your loved ones in spirit, and what happens is I sort of flip the switch, and then I'm very direct. I'll look right at someone, or I'll hear, guy in the fifth row from the back, I'm his father. I was in the Navy. My name's Joe. Very specific, and I have people stand up, and then they're handed a microphone. So it doesn't matter where you're seated, even though a lot of people love to grab the VIP seating up front and the post-show meet and greet. But I also integrate lighthearted humor. 1 minute you're laughing, the next minute you're crying, and we're all sort of celebrating life and memories together. It's really cool.
I am so excited you're coming. This is just a thrill for us, and I think you're going to love the Barn Theater.
Oh, I can't wait. I heard it has a lot of history.
Lot of history.
And, the haunted theaters and stuff like that's lighter fare.
Yeah.
The scariest stuff, I'm like a scared medium. I don't like the psychiatric hospitals and stuff like that. I'm just like, ooh.
Right.
I'm the first one out the door, so you'd be on your own.
Yeah, apparently this is very positive energy that the Barn Theater says that they have.
I can already feel it, yeah.
So, it is just going to be a night to remember, and we've got tickets online, so you can go get those, and I just can't wait for you to get here. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, my gosh, and I can't wait to come there. And, when I was in Michigan the last time, 2 years ago, everything sold out. So I hope people don't hesitate. It's not scary. It's a beautiful thing. Can't wait.
We hear bring Kleenex is what we hear.
Yes, maybe we'll supply some.
And, just out of curiosity, are you going to have your book on sale there?
Yes, books and CDs. So
Fantastic.
I have Grief Relief and Spirit Communication Made Easy and Flexing the Intuitive Muscle. Those are the 3 CDs. And The Medium Next Door will be on sale there, too. And people can like my Maureen Hancock fan page on Facebook if they want. I post a lot of inspirational stories on there.
Yes, I check it out quite often. So I will link my blog up to that because I've been blogging about you coming. I am just thrilled that you're coming to spend some time with us.
All right, and maybe going forward we'll bring through your grandfather and give you a message maybe the next time we talk.
I think that'd be awesome. Thank you so much for your time, and again, can't wait to see you on October 22nd.
Same here.
Thank you.